Hi, this is Jude Steiner, and today I'm here to show you about the water cycle. First, I'm going to give you the basic idea on how it works, and later when we do the full experiment, I will explain more on what's happening. To start out, the sun is heating the water, which is then turning into a gas, or a vapor, which then comes up and it turns into clouds through a process called condensation. The clouds can then get blown anywhere in the world, and then eventually the cloud will pick up too much water, and some of the water will fall down in a term called precipitation. And the four forms of precipitation is rain, which you probably know, sleet, snow, and hail. Eventually they will all run down and collect into big streams or rivers, which can then eventually go down and eventually be back into some source of water, so a lake or an ocean or a pond, something like that. Now we're going to get to work on our full experiment. First, I'm going to show you all the parts of our experiment. This is going to represent our mountain. This is going to be our stream. And this is just to make sure all the water actually goes in our stream. It's just fun. That sponge, which looks like this one, but it's soaking wet, so we're not going to pick that one up. It looks like this. That's going to be our cloud. It's going to represent our cloud. This water basin right here, that's going to be your lake or ocean or a water storage. Then we have our sun right down here, which is just the stove. Now, as you can see, we have our water basin, and you can see steam rising up. What it actually is a thing called water vapor, which is the gas or vapor form of water. Now, the reason how this happens is when water gets heated up, well, just in general, water is made up of these tiny little molecules or particles, and they move around. And once water gets heated up more, they move around a lot faster. Sometimes they'll move around too fast and come out of the water. Then they'll turn into the steam or water vapor, which will then go up. Because it's a gas, it will go up because it's very light. Now, eventually once you get up high in the sky, all our steam will start to cool down. When that happens, it'll start to go into tiny little water droplets. Now, water droplets are attractive. They have this thing called surface tension, and if they touch each other, they'll turn into a slightly bigger water droplet. Now, eventually, they'll get really big, and they'll form our cloud, which I'm sure you can just look up the sky and see. Now, what happens is eventually the cloud can get blown anywhere by the winds, and it'll pick up more water as it goes. Sometimes the cloud gets too heavy, like this. Now, and then when that happens, all the water starts to come out as precipitation. As you can see, water's coming out of our cloud. Not very much. And eventually it all comes out of the stream. It eventually falls and goes into our stream. Then it'll run downstream back into our basin. So all the water that was originally in here, went into this, and then went back in. It's all a huge cycle. And that is how the water cycle works.